Good morning, everyone. Day 82 on the trail. It's a little after 7. I got on the trail at 7. Been hiking for about a third of a mile uphill, going up on top of the Priest Mountain. I ended up not having the shelter to myself last night. A group of 3 came in, and I gotta confess, because it's a shelter, that they were kind of rude. They came in just before dark. Actually, one of them after dark. Oop, might be a view up here. Talking loud, which was fine for a little while. Smoking, with the smoke fumes drifting into the shelter. Every third word out of their mouths were curses. Yeah, curses. So, I confess I don't like that stuff. Yeah, and the other thing is they come in just as dark is settling in. They talk for a while, and as I'm trying to curl up after dark to sleep is when they decide to start setting up their bunks in the shelter. So they're scurrying around in the shelter, making noise. Now, don't get me wrong. I know picking the shelter to sleep is a choice that involves dealing with other people moving around. But you do that first, then you can go sit at the picnic table and chat quietly. All right, enough of my complaining. I got a view for you that's pretty amazing. Sorry, I'm on a very pointy rock. Starting a 3,000-foot descent off the Priest. And as soon as I'm done with that, I get to start a 3,000-foot ascent on the other side of the gap. The first shelter is halfway up that ascent, so that'll be a welcome break. And then over the top of that and down a little bit is Maupin Field Shelter. So, it's going to be an up and down day. And I'm not talking about emotions. Well, that's probably emotions too. Alright, let me get my poles to work here and we'll get going. The rhododendrons look beautiful. There's a lighter pink one there. Look how purplish pink these are. This morning, there's just a hum in the woods, a hum of insects buzzing all around. Not so much now because the flowers are all scattered around, but it was beautiful. And the laurel buds ready to pop. Still on the down climb. It's gotten a little better of a grade and less rocks than it was up top, so that's nice. And we'll see when I get to the bottom, I guess, or something interesting. There's a nice little ravine and a waterfall. Well, not a waterfall. A brook. Ugh. Oh, that's nice. Pretty. All right, another suspension bridge. It's bouncing already and wobbling. You can probably see it. Wow, nice clear stream. I'll have to come back here and do some trout fishing sometime. A long bridge. Oops. All right, it's uphill from here, I guess, to the shelter. All right, I finally got a dogwood. Now you're gonna have to bear with me on the branching, but you see how it's got an opposite branching. Okay, here too, opposite, but don't be fooled. Some of the new stuff only has one, but there's a lot of places where it'll have opposite branching. Okay, let me get a leaf here. This is gonna be another trick. All right. In dogwood, the veins curve to follow the outline of the leaf a little bit, but there's something else you can do to help you identify it. Let me see if I can get this to... There we go. All right, I'm trying to pull this apart gently. But I want to see. I don't know if you can see it, but the veins leave fibers. Can you see that little fiber? That's a trick to identify dogwoods. I know you can see it because I can see it. Those little fibers there. If you gently pull it apart so you don't rip them, that gives away dogwood. And the bark on the flowering dogwood, it's almost like little blocks of bark. Sorry that was so convoluted, but it's the best I could do under the circumstances. This is what I've been crossing the last half mile. Boulder slopes slow me down greatly. Oh, not to mention tiring me out. Well, hopefully they'll end soon and I get some nice trail. I was doing good till we hit these. All right. Well, I made it to the top of Three Ridge Mountain, or whatever it's called. It was a grueling climb. It's 320. The first 3,000 feet was easy. That one was brutal. I don't know. I just didn't have it. I'm going down the other side, going down a little bit, then there's a couple knobs, and then I believe down to the shelter, about 3 miles out. Tired. Very discouraging afternoon. I have decided that I'm going to stay at Maupin tonight. And I think the next one is Wolff Shelter. Stay there the next night, and then it's like a 5 or 6 mile day into Waynesboro. And I think I'm going to take a day off. Well, there's a couple reasons. I'll be getting in on Sunday. All right, I have a package at a hostel with some summer gear. So I want to be able to send the final batch of my winter gear home. So I need the post office Monday, because I'm not going to lug an extra bunch of gear. Other than that, and I want a day off. I've had a blister on a toe. It's feeling pretty good today so far. So I want to give it a final rest. My back has been hurting. I don't know if it's because I'm sleeping or just carrying a pack. So give that a rest too. And I can upload videos that have been delayed because places have had crappy Wi-Fi. So that's the plan. I don't think it's going to change. All right, let me get down this slope. All right, it's 4 o'clock. I got a mile and a little bit to get to the shelter. I'm hearing rumblings in the sky, feeling an occasional drop. So the race is on. Long day, maybe not mileage wise, but effort wise. So trail goes from dirt to rocky rubble to stuff you got to step around like this. So it's slowing me up, and looks like it's going to get rough again. So I'm going to ask you to be patient, or I put you away, because I want to get to the shelter before it rains. With my luck, it rains like 2/10 before I get there, and I got to put everything away. All right. Maupin Field Shelter. Fire ring, seats, and the first time I've seen one of these, a pole to hang your food on, and there's a pole to lift your food up with. Look at that. Nice setup. Good idea. All right. Let me get some water.